YouTubers, what's up? It's your boy Hamlet, and we're back giving you another fleet owner video. All right, give me a second here. I thought I had this nice and set up, but we don't. So, anyways, we're going live. It's pretty late out here. We got Selma Cali 101. What's up, brother? Of course you're gonna be on. It's California time over there. But if you just now watching this, if you're new to the channel, don't forget mash the like button, mash the subscribe button, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this video. This video is titled "Trucking Fleet Owner Decisions." Right. The topic's gonna be on tires. All right. Now let's do a couple more of the shout outs. We got Alex Roman. Wow, Roman, what's up, brother? And we got Trucking for Show. What's up, bro? What's up, Trucking for Show? It's the first time I've seen you on here. Semi-Cal, I'm driving up to Utah. That's your little lane, right? You and David Robinson, right? Be running up that Utah. But anyways, let's see. Anyways, what I want to talk about was these trucking tires, right? So I ran into this little situation. I kind of been running into it a little bit. Kind of running older trucks and having the issue with tires and trying to figure out what is the best tire to go with, or um, the sizing of different tires or whatnot, and trying to figure out what I should be doing. What is the one tire I should be going with on my fleet, because it's a big decision. Tires is definitely one up on the highest, what do you call it, one of the highest costs that we got out here as an owner operator or a fleet owner. And depending on what tire you go with, you might be having to replace this every year, every 2 years, 3 years, maybe even 4 years, just depending on how well you're taking care of your tires or how your drivers are taking care of your tires. So the issue I've been kind of running into is a lot of these older trucks are running tall rubber, and a lot of people don't know there's a difference between tall rubber and low pro. And a lot of the newer trucks are going to be running, the low pro, like the Cascadias, the Volvos. Those Aero trucks are going to be running those low pro tires, 22 fives. And the older trucks are going to be running more than likely tall rubber. Heavy haul. Some of the Peterbilts and Kenworths are going to be running those tall rubber. And one of the biggest issues is that the market right now is set up so that um, the right now is set up that most of the places like TA, Loves, Speedco, these major tire companies are gonna have a lot more low pros than they're gonna have tall rubber. And if you have a truck that's set up, that you only have tall rubber, you're gonna find that it's gonna be very slim pickings for you to replace your tire. And and that's the issue I'm kind of running into, because a lot of my trucks had tall rubber, and there was only one truck that I switched them from tall rubber to low pro. And you got benefits and cons out of it. To switching a truck from low pro I'm sorry from tall rubber to low pro, such as gearing, and what is your truck going to be at what RPM, and fuel mileage decrease potentially, or fuel mileage increase. um, but then what the benefit is that you're losing the tall rubber and you're getting low pro, which in turn you're gonna have more availability on that tire wherever you go. Now, as a standpoint from a fleet owner, it's huge, because you're gonna wind up having to call for your truck to get a certain tire to multiple places and find out that they're not even going to have your tire available for your truck. And that's the issue I guess I'm talking about right here is today, I had to call probably 4 different places for for the tires that I wanted, and I was looking for either Goodyear or Michelin. I was even looking at Yokohama's, but nobody had what I wanted in the tall rubber. And the other thing is you got to consider is whether or not you want it 16 ply or 14 ply. And I prefer the 16 ply just because most of the time my trucks are running heavy, and I just like the way 16 plies wear out, and you got more. You can put more weight on the steers with the 16 ply. Um, but anyways, what I meant to say is, one of the biggest issues is that I'm trying to be a conscience, um, trying to figure out, trying to do a cheap. I guess this is the thing where you got to think in your head, right? You have the shortcut, and you got the shortcut, which is think fast and replace the tire right away, and then you got the other mind where it's like, okay, hold on, let me think about this first. How's this gonna affect me in the long run? And in the long run, in the short run, I could have just easily replaced the tire, the 11R, the tall rubber, with anything that they had off the shelf. The good part about that is that, yeah, I can resolve that issue quickly, and the driver can continue going on with his day, and so on and so forth. But then you have, the long run kind of thinking. It's like, okay, hold on, let me find the right place that has the right tire that I want, because in the long haul, I want a matching tire, especially if I'm going to be replacing both of them, and I don't want to just be replacing them with a Chinese tire, And the long run, which is really the long, in the long run of things, is that I want to change almost all my trucks to the low pro tires, from the tall rubber, because from what I'm seeing, like I said, the market is set up that everybody has a surplus of low pro tires versus the tall rubber. So if I'm going to be running Michelin or Goodyears, on my trucks, and if I'm going to be running those on my trucks instead of and I'm going to be running low pros, I'm going to be much better off finding a replacement tire, the exact replacement tire, if I ran low pro versus the tall rubber. And that's just facts. I mean, you can call anywhere and you can ask, at any given time, do you have a set of 4 or a set of 8 of this particular tire in the tall rubber? And more than likely, they're going to tell you, no, we got like 1 or 2, and that's it. And so, and that's the thing that's bothering me, that, I want, as a fleet owner, you want a kind of solid answer across the board, if that makes sense to you. But for me, from what I'm seeing, is that I need to switch my whole fleet to low pro, whether it be low pro 22.5s, preferably for everybody, for all the trucks. But I know maybe one truck might need to have the low pro 24.5s. And then the other thing is that there's different low pro tires. You got 295, 75, and then you got 285, 90 or something like that, and different manufacturers make different things. So like you can have you can have a steer that's different size of the rears, of your drives. And so that's the other thing you got to figure out. Okay, like, I want to go with Goodyears on the steers, but I want to go with Michelins on the rears, and that's a decision you're going to have to make, because now you're going to know that you're going to be kind of running a little bit different size tires on the front and the rear. And preferably, when you're running a fleet of 3 trucks or more or whatever, you would like to just have the same tire on all trucks, essentially, right? Because you would just like to make the call, hey, I need 20 tires right now, of all the same brand. Not like, hey, I need 4 of these, 2 of those, for these, you don't want to be doing that, you know. I mean, at least in my, my mindset of thinking. So let's read some comments real quick. Um, we have Trucking for Show. Peeped a few times and I subscribed. Hey, thanks, brother. Yo, boy, Rich Hamlin. How much does a Jake brake cost and repair cost? Well, it just depends. Your boy Rich, you have if the Jakes are not installed completely, you might need to get new heads. If you're able to adapt them, because you're gonna need to get a whole set of rockers and lobes. A whole potentially another cam. But if it's already installed and they just gotta rewire it, you're probably looking at like I don't know, man, like $500 or something like that. But it just depends. Sometimes a lot of people, a lot of companies or owners, they take out the Jake brakes out of trucks because they don't like the way the drivers handle the Jake brakes. So you got to find out if your engine already had Jake brakes or not, and if it's just a matter of, getting all the components back in there to turn the Jake brakes back on. All right. Sonic the Hedgehog Trucker, what's up? How much did they cost? Well, I got this tire count right now, and the Goodyear Marathons are running me about $370 a piece. And that's the other thing we're gonna talk about is cost, right? Anthony Johnson, do you buy lottery tickets? No, I don't. I used to. I mean, from rare occasion I do, but I never win anything, so I just I don't buy that shit anymore. Trucking for Show. What size do you want for all trucks? What kind is a 11R22.5? 11R22.5 is what's considered tall rubber. All right. The size that I'm seeing from different reps, from what's out available at the TAs, the Speedcos, Loves, and different other tire shops, is the low pros, which are 295, 75, 22.5, or 285, 90, or something that doesn't have the 11R in front of it. I think that's the one that you're gonna want, especially if you're running a fleet. And I might be wrong about this, but from what I'm seeing, the market availability is designed for this. Maybe back in the past, before all these aero trucks were out, everybody was running 11Rs, and probably 11Rs were stocked on the shelves like crazy. But now, we're in the 2000s and the 21st century, and the low pros is what's out here, because that's what's most of the trucks out on the road now. There's more newer trucks out on the road than older trucks, so of course they're gonna match that up to that. What was the comment here? Okay, so anyways, back to what I was talking about. And choosing the right tires is crucial, right? And then making sure that your choice is the right one, because going with too much of an expensive tire, you could be kind of wasting money. You see what I'm saying? Because when I was at just one truck, right, I wanted Michelin's on all my on my whole truck, steers and drives, period. And I didn't care really what the price was. I just know I wanted Michelin's because they were good, and they're good to me, and they last long. But Michelin's are running about like $520 a tire, and when you're looking to do a set of drives that's like about 5,000 or 6,000 installed, well, let's look at two trucks. I need it right now. I'm in the predicament where I need to outfit two trucks with 8 drive tires, so that's 16 tires. And if a set of tires are costing me $5,000 to $6,000, we're easily talking about $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 on just tires on 2 trucks. Where you see these deals that people are selling, on Goodyears or at the TAs, a full set of drives for $3,500 installed. If you look at that as a fleet owner, and you start switching your mindset, like, okay, it's no longer about what's the best of the best. It's what's good, right? At the same time, it's what's good and what can last and what is the most cost effective, right? Because instead of paying the 5 or 6 grand, I could just be paying the 3,500 or the 3,000, per set of drives. And now, what I was able to do with one $6,000 for one truck, I can do that with two trucks, right? And we're not talking about Chinese tires here. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about just um, the good years, and the Michelin and stuff like that. Um, let's see what other comments we got here. Um, Sign up for Smart Fleet with Goodyear commercial tires. Sometimes I get good discounts on my tires. And Trucking for Show, I'm gonna highlight that comment. All right, for this video, definitely sign yourself up for these commercial tire accounts. Right, I signed myself up for Michelin Advantage program. Now it takes quite a while sometimes. I know it took a while for me, about almost 2 to 3 months to sign up with them and to get the code or whatnot. But once you're signed up, you would definitely save a substantial amount of money. Probably like 100, 150 bucks a tire, considering then what the guy walking up to the store gets them at, right? Let's see. Christopher Wright, dude, you gotta set up your preferred carrier status. Christopher Wright, I gotta hit you back up with that. Preferred carrier status. But so anyways, now what I'm doing with this truck right now, I'm at the shop, and what I'm gonna be doing, Jesus, what am I doing? What I'm doing right now is getting steers put on. So right now I'm running tall rubber all around the truck, but because I had to make this decision of getting one tall rubber and just replacing one steer, because one steer went out on me. The tread started coming out and I needed to replace it. Luckily I was able to make it to a shop before it blew out. So now the decision was to, like, okay, I could just replace it with a single tire, a single tall rubber tire, and it would only been like $400 or $500, right? Or I can implement the low pro tires in this truck and start doing that. You see what I'm saying? So what I did was I switched the front steers to low pro while I'm still running tall rubber in the rear. So I'm running in the front 295, 75, 22.5s and 11R 22.5s for the drives. Over the course of 2 or 3 months, when I'm gonna be replacing the rears, the drive tires, it's not gonna affect it anything. I already spoke to plenty of tire guys and they said that doesn't really affect it at all. But if you have a different thought of doing something like that, doing that, thinking of the long run, right? It cost me more money doing this, but like I said, in the long run, now I know this truck can go wherever in the hell, and we know that there's going to be choices on choosing steers for this truck until we get full low pros all around the tire, all around the truck, if that makes sense to you guys. So we got here, we got Christopher Wright, with Mercer and Landstar you get national account pricing. That's what you were telling me about before. I gotta call them up and find out about that carrier preferred thing that you were telling me about. I got my Yokohamas for $675 for a super single. And C. Gonzalez, what's good, Hamlet? Keep up the good work and congrats to your success. Thanks, C. Gonzalez. Your boy Rich, how much do you know about business credit, waiting on my LLC documents? I'm still learning, to be completely honest. Your boy Rich, still learning on it. I can't say that I know everything about it, but I know something, and I don't want to give out any information on it until I'm completely sure and 100% about the way I'm doing things. If that makes sense to you guys, you know what I mean? C. Gonzalez, what's the best way to contact you? C. Gonzalez, if you want, you can contact me. What's it called? On recruiting@cybertronenterprises.com, or you can call this number. If you can Google this, call the number, and my assistant will pick up the phone and route the call to me, if that's a, you know, if you want to do it that way. All right. Samakale. I hit a pothole on my driver's side steer, egg shaped it, but it caused the passenger sure to go to waste by making it hop up and down. So I had the driver's side steer shaved down back to a circle and got alignment. I don't know. I guess in Cali you guys can do that. You know, shave tires. It's pretty interesting. Christopher, I replaced one steer in Tuesday, Tennessee 585 for Michelin X Line Z. I had 10% sales tax, but if it was an emergency situation, you could have picked a state that's tax exempt. And that's the other thing. It's like, you know, I want to try out Goodyear and see how they're going to treat me, because, you know, at that price, like you're saying, Christopher, 585 versus the 380 for the Goodyears. I know, like I had plenty of good experience with the with the Michelins, but like I need to try something different just to see if there is anything better cost wise, you know, because I don't. When you have so many trucks, I guess like it's a big issue now. You know, we're talking about the thousands now, and I would like to spend that thousands on other maintenance related issues. You know what I mean? Um, so I have 2 more months tops on both steers. Trucking for sure. Has it been hard to find team loads? That's gonna be my next move. Um, it can be, you know, depending on what market you're looking for. If you're looking for flatbed, if you're looking for drive-in or reefer, team loads are gonna vary. You know, there's not very many team loads in flatbed, but there's a lot in drive-in and a lot more in reefer. Um, a lot, and then the other thing is, you know, at what time of the year that you're trying to do this. Um, Obviously, for drive-in and reefer, you know, running it during the holidays, there's tons of team loads, you know, but you know, during seasons like now where the freights are really slow, you're really gonna there ain't really gonna be too many team loads. You know, it's gonna be more of calling around and finding if this load can deliver the next day, if that makes sense to you. You know, and that's what you're gonna wind up finding out, is that you have to call plenty of times until you find that one load that can deliver the next day. Um, but it's not impossible. There's loads out here to be done. Um, will they pay as much as what a team load should pay? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. All right. C. Gonzalez, how's Nikki and Veronica be having? Well, so far Nikki's doing pretty good. So far Nikki's doing pretty good. It's been her first week. We probably logged about 3,000 miles, give or take. Sorry for the noise. We're getting the steers put on right now. But Nikki's doing so far so good. Like I said, I still have a laundry list of some stuff that I have to take care of, and that's gonna be a separate video showing you guys like the initial, you know, payment that I bought for the truck and what stuff am I having to shell out for and all that, you know, that kind of stuff. But she's running good. You know, besides that, we have a minor oil leak that I'm trying to trace down. The other truck, Veronica, she's the Freightliner Classic. She's doing pretty good. She's holding it down. I can't lie. She developed another oil leak that, you know, we gotta find. But besides that, I mean, the trucks are running pretty good. The one issue I'm having is my first truck is the Volvo that I put back in the shop again, but it's been having a lot of AC and wiring issues. But hopefully this week we're gonna be completely done with that, and if not, I might have to cut ties with that truck and sell it or something. I don't know, but let's see. Christopher, I put those on March in 2016, got in the neighborhood of 200K out of them. Then the left one is still good, has 830 seconds to go, but I'm probably gonna replace it in 2 weeks. C. Gonzalez, do you like the flatbed better than van or the rates for a flatbed? Oh, I mean, flatbed rates are way better than van. Completely way better than vans, that's for sure. But you will bust your ass out here, you know, working chaining, strapping, and all that stuff, and tarping. So, but um, I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. Honestly, trucking for sure. You running old trucks or new? I'm running old trucks. I have 2000 Freightliner Classic, 2000 Volvo 770, and a 95 Kenworth T600. Bro, what's good? This is Chris Hill. I want to pick your brain. Maybe tomorrow, Friday. Kicks from Queens. All right, you got it, brother. Go ahead and give me a call, man. I'm gonna be driving later on tomorrow. So if you want to shoot me a call, give me a call tomorrow night. I'm gonna be driving, and yeah. So that's the dilemma, folks. Back to the main discussion about running low pros and running tall rubber. You know, for trucks more than one or two trucks. I mean more than one or two trucks, and you're gonna find out that that's the issue that you're gonna have as well, and you just want to have a product on your truck that's gonna it's like, how is it, like, you want to have something that's gonna be your truck can get fixed and rolling, and they're gonna have it in stock, and try to avoid that. And in my eyes, having that low pro setup on your trucks, you're gonna have a much better issue. But at the same time, once you spend some money on getting tires all the way around, um, you should carry a spare with you. Whether it be a brand new spare or a used spare, and really you shouldn't be going through any tires. As long as the drivers are keeping them properly inflated, and drivers are not really driving through Home Depot's parking lot, with tires and with nails and all that, good stuff. So that's just my thoughts. All right, trucking for sure. Running them long distance, absolutely running them long distance. Every truck is doing about 2,500 miles or more a week. All right. Christopher, oh man, my trailer hit the assembly floor Tuesday. Should be out of production tomorrow. Yo, I want to see that trailer, man. I definitely want to see that trailer, man, because you got me thinking about those trailers. Because I would love to buy 3 of those trailers for January, and see, especially once you tell me how much that's gonna weigh out or whatnot. But I put an aluminum step deck on this aluminum flatbed on this truck, and I'm able to gross out 50,000. So I'm pretty happy about that. Anyways, folks, don't forget to mash the like button and mash the subscribe button. Drop a comment down below if you're just catching this video, and I hope you appreciate the content, and I hope you understand the message I was trying to convey here. Okay. Let's see here. I want to buy a Conestoga, but I'm still living in the Bronx, and I'm worried about somebody cutting it up. You know how people meet. Exactly, St. Gonzalez. I do not doubt you there. In the Bronx, nah, I wouldn't do it. Unless you have that trailer parked up in Jersey in a nice spot, because then that's the other thing too. Like, people could still tag up your trailer. Besides cutting it, like somebody on the block, they look at you and they're like, man, look at this guy's thing, and just get a knife and just rip right through that damn Conestoga, and there goes $5,000-$6,000 trying to, get a whole new Conestoga, So if you don't have a dedicated parking spot in Jersey or something like that, nah, my mans, I would really think about doing that for sure. But yeah, haters, exactly, haters on the block, and you know how that shit is. But anyways, folks, let's see. I hate tarping. Hey, every time I start to tarp, I just think about a Conestoga. I'm like, man, I could be done with this already. But anyways, folks, appreciate you guys coming in this late at night and chit-chatting with me. I took about a whole 30 minutes of your time, and that is great for you guys being here for that long. As always, at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. Get busy living, or get busy dying. It's your boy Hamlet. Check y'all later. Stay safe.